Okay, welcome everyone to this new video about the Telegram to MetaTrader 5 signal copier. So in this video I'm gonna explain to you how to install and set up this software. This software basically is a copier which transforms also trading signals from Telegram messages to actual trades in the MetaTrader 5 platform. Yes, here we are on the product market page. This is the official MQL5 marketplace, and I only sell here. So if you buy it through this button here, or you can rent it. You have a short description of the software, their video link, and also some pictures. Then when you extend the description, you find the installation guide. Please click on it and read it carefully, okay? Then we do not only need the expert advisor, which you download after you buy it here, you also need an additional software, the Signal Trader app. You can download it by clicking on the link. This forwards you to my GitHub repository where you can find the actual installer for Windows. It only works for Windows. So this is why there's the MSI installer, which is a Windows installer. So you can click on it and download the file. I already did it, so from it here, install it, next, yes, we want it, yes, perfect. So the app is already starting, so we can close everything here. Oh, no, wait, I let it open because I'm gonna show you some things. So now we started the Signal Trader application, and now it says Signal Trader not authenticated. This is because the expert advisor itself is not running yet. So for you, if you buy it, it's in the market section under my purchases. For me, it's here. So just drag and drop it. Now, very important, go to common and allow algo trading. If you do not do this, the EA itself has not the right to take any trades. And that's what you actually want. You want to copy the message trades. So yeah, you need to allow it. Press OK. Now, we also need to allow the communication between the expert advisor here and the Signal Trader app. So we go to options. Again, allow algorithmic trading. Very important that this one is allowed. And DLL you can disable, you don't need that. Now here, this is it. Allow web request for listed URL. For listed URL. So that's the link. That's just a local connection where the EA and the app communicate, okay? So press OK. You find this also here. Explained, you can just copy this link and paste it. So perfect. Now we need to log into our trading account. You can either do it by just select the country and enter your phone number, or log in by a QR code, which is what I'm going to do now. So I have to go on my phone, devices, add device. Perfect. And now I have to enter my password. Hopefully I know it. Perfect. Now we are logged into our account. So, a short overview for the application. Now we're currently on the home page. Here you have my recommendations. There's a broker I recommend and also a VPS. I do recommend running it on a VPS, so it just copies the signals 24/7 and you do not have to let your laptop or your computer run all the time. And also I recommend using a new one, so a modern one. Else the application uses really modern technology, and if you run it on old VPS or computer, which has very, very old Windows installation, it can look really ugly and also not function properly. So use a modern one. Also, here is the link to my Telegram group. Here I write things about my products, about all my products, not just the Telegram Signal Trader. And this here is just a group chat about the Telegram Signal Trader, so about this software, where you also can write. This is just channel and this is the group. Okay, and also the setup video. This we're going to later. Here are my products. The help section, which is basically just a link to the manual I already showed you here. And a support page, so if you have any problems, encounter any problems in the installation or later on with the signals, you can send me a bug report. Just make sure you use, also, you make a detailed explanation of the bug. You can make a feature request if you think of anything that would benefit you and also other users. Yeah, and the bug report, it's cool when you also select the account and the provider. You'll see later. And you can also contact me directly, but I prefer if you send me a bug report. And also write in the group chat, okay? There are already a lot of users that have a lot of experience with this software. Write in the group chat, so you probably get an answer faster than if you just write me and I'm busy all day and just can write you at the end of the day. Yeah, and here is the log file where you see everything. The settings at the moment is just for checking for new updates, so you can check for new updates. We are up to date. If there's a new update, you can download it here. But you will also get a banner at the top, so don't worry. Now, the very important part, the account page. So let's first create our first Signal account. Test account 1. So this is now our Signal account. Let's just add a second one, 2, and some gibberish. So now at the moment, no account is connected to the MetaTrader. One Signal account can only have the connection to one MetaTrader account. So we go here, and now we see our 3 created accounts. We want to connect to the first one. So now the EA is connected to the Signal Trader app, this account. You already see the stats here. Don't worry about the stats. This is just my demo test account where I test random signal formats. So I just buy and sell randomly. Okay, now in the upper section, the MetaTrader section, these are all details from the account itself. Here are our Telegram providers. So when we add provider or click on add provider, we get a list of all our providers. Here you have the orders and the signals. So now also the profile pictures loaded, which is very beautiful. So now I made a test channel so I can show you how the signal format works. Now this provider is now added to this Signal account. You can have, of course, multiple providers. You can add and add and add providers. You can disable a provider if you don't want to use it anymore, but not lose the settings. But for the moment, we leave it unenabled. Now we have settings which are for the whole Signal account. So when you have multiple providers, these settings will be for all providers. So for the Signal account, these are here. Here, for example, we can make settings for the symbol. If you not have XAUSD but .m, for example, like a suffix, then you enter here .m. Okay, so it's similar to this one. But I don't have a prefix and not a suffix, so I leave it empty. If you don't want to trade, I don't know, GBP USD, for example, you enter it here, you exclude, okay? If you say, I only want to trade one thing, then you add it here. So now it will only trade signals from gold. The others are are ignored. You can make custom symbol mappings because a lot of providers, for example, write gold, but it's called XAU-USD in your MetaTrader, so you need to map these two words. Just enter what your provider writes, enter how it's actually spelled in your MetaTrader and press add, okay? And then you can also delete them. Now here, I recommend you to disable all the symbols you are sure you won't need. So in my case, I know I will only trade gold, so I can disable bond. Let's just disable everything. So, okay, now we want only to enable XAU-USD, okay? So this will make the whole signal processing part much faster, just a little bit faster. And of course simpler. You can also search for a symbol here. Yeah, we already did. And if you want to set it to default, just press it, okay? And always, if you do any changes, don't forget to save it. So save it. Now you can make some settings to the equity, so like a risk type. Yeah, for your equity protection, you can now choose, do you want fixed money protection, a percentage of equity, let's say. We do not, now let's balance daily is a 5% loss. So if this is reached, all trades will be closed and no new trades are taken for the day. By the app, also just by the single trader. If you trade manually, it's of no concern. Also the same for profit. Now we can make trade protection. Let's say we do not want to trade more than 5 or 4 trades per hour, for example. You can enter these here, or may even make some custom trade limits. Then we have a hedging protection, so that when provider A makes a buy signal in gold, for example, and the provider B wants to sell gold, if this is enabled, the second signal will be ignored, so that you will not have a buy and a sell in the same symbol. And then you can define here your trade comment. Here you have some placeholders, so the provider name, take profit index, and signal ID. This is just an example how the trade comment would look like. Then we can make some time limitations. Define, for example, that on Saturday and Sunday we do not want to take trades. Add some custom restrictions like Monday 5 to 10 a.m. We do not want to take any trades. And also we want to close all trades at Friday. Yeah. Then we can have some news restrictions. Let's say that for high impact news, 10 minutes before and 5 minutes after, no new trades are taken. Some notifications. So if you want to use emails or app notifications or Telegram, you have to create a bot. And this is also explained in the guide. Just create the bot, enter the token here, then select the chat. Okay. You can also press on this question mark for all 3, or for a lot of settings you have this question mark. Just press on it and then there's an explanation on how to set it all up. Choose when to notify on this selected platform. And this is not yet implemented, but here's the idea that you can select a screenshot. So when a new trade is taken, for example, it takes a screenshot of the chart and saves it or sends it to Telegram. Okay. Yeah, we want to discard it as we did not change any relevant at the end. Then we also have the settings which are provider specific. So we go here on the settings. Now, the first simples are the trade action filters. Let's say you don't want to copy any long trades of this provider, or no deleting orders, closing orders, whatever. You can select it here. Now here, if a provider edits its message and this is enabled, you will also modify the trades. So if he just edits the stop loss price, you will modify the stop loss on your trade as well. If he deletes the message and this is enabled, the trades are closed. Normally, this is disabled per default. This is that a provider needs to reply. Okay, so let's say this is the signal and he wants to set break even, then he needs to send it as a reply. If he does not send it as a reply like this, wait, let's just disable it for the moment so I can actually show it to you. So like this, then you need to enable this one. So it also works and it's not a reply. But normally he should, or most of the providers use it as a reply. So like this. If not, just allow it here. I, for myself, always like to trade with ASL, so I ignore signals when no ASL is provided. Yeah. Some providers, like this one, for example, like this message, does not include the symbol. So it doesn't say anywhere gold or XOUSD. Then you can define a default symbol. Like this, okay? So it doesn't matter if it detects a symbol or not. Also, if it does not detect any symbol, then it will trade gold. Now, this is the most difficult part for everyone. So the signal format. Now, I have created some official templates of the most common providers. You find them here. Let's say you use investment VIP 3.0. Then press on it, then you see here how the message format look like, and you can apply parsing template. Now this is applied. But what I do recommend, if you do not find your provider in there, press clear all entries, okay? So now we are at the default. Now I'm going to show you, let's make it like this, how you do it. So let's take this symbol for this message for example. So normally you need a decimal separator. So in most cases this is a point here. Some use a comma, but yeah, it's really rare. If he uses 1000 separator, also add it here. Now some write, for example, like this one here, the fourth TP price or third, like open, so it's not yet defined. Then the word he uses, you enter here, open. Now, what are the words your provider uses for a buy? In this case, it's just buy. But some providers also write, I'm going long on gold. So you need to add long as a word here, because so just the software knows, with long he means to buy gold. Okay, the same for short, so go sell or short, for example. But just use the ones, so try to keep it as minimal as possible. So if he does not use these words, do not enter them. If he never uses a buy limit or buy stop, sell stop, whatever, do not enter here anything. If he uses like this one here, okay, then we need to enter it. Or probably he writes buy limit, for example. Just enter the words he uses to describe his trades. For now, we do not need it. Okay, now here we define what is actually the new trade or the new trade indicator of the message. In this case here, this would be it. So we just my way is to copy it, enter it, and now we need to add placeholders for all the variables. So like the symbol could possibly change. So we select it. Now it's simple. So because it can now be gold buy or GBP USD buy or whatever. Now buy is a variable. We replace it by the type placeholder, and here are the prices. So price here and price there. And if your provider only uses this format, one is enough. One entry is enough. It doesn't change it. But if he sometimes writes gold buy now, then just gold buy now and enter it. If he writes gold buy at some price, then make gold buy at some price. Okay, so this format must represent this one. We will use this and the simple gold buy now. Oh, sorry. Symbol buy now, because this is a simple one. Now, if he writes to close some trades, like close now, close now, you enter it here. Now, if these words are detected, the trades are closed. If he wants to close all trades, you enter it here. So close all. Yeah, the same for partial closes, like, I don't know, secure profits is a common one. So if you write secure profits, you can enter it here. Now, if this one is detected, we will secure profits. So we will partially close. And here you can define how much. So at the moment, it will close 50% if these keywords are detected. For always 50%, or sometimes he writes close half, then it will close always 50%. I'm thinking about adding close third and fourth or whatever, but at the moment, not a lot of users use that, so probably leave it at that. Yeah. So here you can enter the words he uses for entry, stop loss, or take profit. You only need to do it if you use these placeholders here. Okay. So, let's show it on an example for the stop loss. Some providers write stop loss. Some just write SL. So you can write here SL, stop loss like this, stop loss, or just stop some. Now all these words are included in this one. Now if you write stop loss, double point, and the price, it doesn't matter if your provider writes here SL or stop loss or stop loss, it will always be correctly detected because you included them here. But if it's always the same symbol format, again, you do not need this one. This is just for simplifying the below. You can also write just as double point price. I hope you understand it. So this one here is mostly not used, but in a case like a signal format like this one here, when we say, okay, the new trade indicator is this part, just as an example. So setup 2, that can change here. So we just text and type. Of course, we would have to add here cell limit. So if that is the indicator, the enterprise is not yet detected. So we need to define it here. Hey, software. That's where you find the enterprises. This is all it is. So here you explain the software where in the message to find which variables. Okay, like prices, order type, symbol, whatever. Take profit here is the same. So just go to take profit and replace the price with price. Sometimes they write it like this: take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 4. So the one here is the take profit index. And this is very important. If you write it like that, add it. So that's wrong. So take, let's make it like this: tab index double point price. So now the software knows, the number after the take profit is the take profit index, and here is the price. Not that it confuses the index with the price, and now take profit 1, 2, and 3 has the price 1, take profit 2 has the price 2, or whatever. That would be wrong. So make sure you enter the take profit index at the correct place. But our format doesn't have one, so we do not need it. If you write messages like delete take profit or whatever, delete take profit, you can enter it here, and when this is detected, the take profit is removed. Sometimes your provider writes, we are going risk free. Now when it detects risk free in a message, then the stop loss will be moved to break even. Okay? So now in the risk section, we can select, for example, to copy the lot size out of the symbol because out of the message, because some providers say lot 0.01, for example. Then you can define how it's written, and it will also read the lot from the message format, from the message, but not the case for us. Define the risk mode. So you can either choose fixed lot size, a percentage of your balance, equity, or a fixed amount of money, like $100, for example. At the moment, you use a fixed lot. So we have 3 take profits. So we need at least a 0.03 lot, because it will split it among all trades. So it will open 3 orders, and each order with a 0.01 lot. So in total, we need 0.03. So here you define the lot per signal and not per trade. I hope this makes sense. And yeah, also sometimes they write it's a high risk trade or use low risk or whatever. So you can add these keywords here and select how you want to multiply the lot size. For example, yeah, when it says use low risk, then we want just to use half the lot, for example. Same for multiply risk, and you can add more keyword rules. Yeah, the partial settings I already explained. For example, if you are you in a loss, and or some orders are in a loss and he wants to partially close, you can define here that only trades are closed which are in profit. The slippage handling, also here press on the question mark icon, where I drew some beautiful images which explain exactly what does what. Yeah, a lot of times a user say, I want to ignore the enterprise and just use the bid and ask price. This is, if you do not have a range, for example, like this, then this could make sense, because providers just write a price, but you want to enter now. Or you can say, no, I don't want to ignore it, but I want to give a slippage range. So let's say it's 20 pips. Now, when the current market price, or current bid or ask, is more than 20 pips away from more than 20 pips away from this price here, from the signal price, we place a pending order instead of a buy order. So just to protect your account a little bit. Or you can even say, ignore this, then the trade is completely ignored if it's more than 20 pips away. I always leave it enabled just to protect my account. Yeah, give the pending orders, also if it's a buy limit, for example, an expiration. So after 2 hours, it's expired and removed. Duplicate prevention, enable it and say the same signal, as there are providers that send 3 times the exactly same message in 5 seconds or 10 seconds. I don't know why they do that. You can enable this and say in 60 seconds, I don't want the same signal. Now the level settings. So here are the enterprise settings. We can say, hey, I want to add an offset because of prop firm protections or whatever. Add a fixed offset of 5 pips. So when he writes this, for us it will be that. Just an example. Or you can even say, I want a random offset from 1 to 8 pips or whatever you choose. And then the entry range modes, yeah, read it. It's all explained here. So when you have a range like this is just for ranges. So when your signal only has one price, you can ignore this one. Okay. So the best is always, so the take profit is the biggest and the stop loss the smallest. Here, the reversed average, it takes the average of those two prices. Market adaptive, this is the most interesting one, and I think the most used one, is in a range. So when the current market price is inside this range, it will take a buy. So for example, 4500, it will take the buy just there. If it's outside, so let's say it's at 4530, then it will take place a buy limit at 4520, so that your trades are never outside of this range. Yeah, explained here. If some providers just write this like that, and then you can enable this one, so it converts it correctly back to this price. Yes. Now, if your signal has 3 take profits, you need to add 3 take profits, okay? You can add more, that's okay. So the last one will not be placed because you only have 3, but you must at least add 3. If you only have 1 take profit here, it will only open 1 order, and this will be the first take profit. So add it, distribute the close size. The close size is the percentage of the total lot we defined here. So if it's much higher, let's say 1 lot, and we now define 33%, then it will be 0.33 lot. I hope this makes sense. Now for each take profit, we have some individual settings. Yeah, the close size, which I already explained. We can say, I don't care about this price. I want to set it manually at, I don't know, 50 pips, for example, or at 30% of the biggest take profit, or at 33% of the stop loss. So what is also a really nice feature is you can say, I want to use the manual take profit, which is defined here, only if no take profit is in the signal. So like this, then it will use the manual take profit. Again, the same as in the enterprise, you can add an offset, and here you can define a strategy. So when take profit 1 is hit, move the stop loss to the enterprise. Or, yeah, we're now in the first one, and define an offset also. So enterprise plus 2 pips. But for example, here you can also say, move it to take profit 1. Yeah. And you see also here what you have selected. but for now we don't need that. And stop loss, same, set a manual stop loss at a certain pip range, then this one is ignored. If you select this one, we will trade this. If it's not provided in the signal, then we have the 3 pip stop loss at an offset, same as before. Now we can define some break-even settings. So when the stop loss moves to break-even, place it a certain amount of pips above the enterprise. Set break-even after some pips or some percentage of take profit or some percentage of the stop loss. If that's a new feature. If the break-even signal arrives while position is in stop loss. So sometimes you have a slight difference between the prices of your provider and your actual prices, and he is in profit somehow and you are in a loss, and he writes we are going risk-free, then you can choose what to do. So either do nothing, so ignore the signal, or move your take profit to entry. So when the market goes to your enterprise, you are closed, or just instantly close the position in a small loss. I mostly leave it at do nothing. And also define a trailing stop. Yeah, if you want to save your settings, you can enter your name, the name of, not your personal name, so just the name of the settings. So let's say test provider and save the settings. And they are located now here, and you can send it to other people. And also when I provide you with a JSON file, you can just drag and drop it into here and then load it and save it. So this makes it easier for me to help you set some things up. Okay, so let's test it. Now, as far as I know, this signal should be good. Gold buy now, price, stop loss and take profit. Yes, we are connected. This is very important. The price is inside the range. So as far as I can tell, everything should work. So we sent the order and nothing happened. Let's go find out why. Perfect example. So we go into the logs. Provider Telegram Copier is currently disabled, skipping message. Perfect. Why? Because we say it's disabled. I forgot about it. So, perfect example. If something's not working, go to the log file. Here it explains you why it doesn't work. Okay? So now it's enabled. We copy it, paste it. Let's go here. And you see, we have the 3 trades. Take profit, take profit, take profit, stop loss, and the buys. With the trade comment I wanted, and all to take profits and stop losses. Perfect. Now you have log files. If something is not working, you have the log files here from the app, and you also have the log files from the EA. This here in the expert tab. You see the signal that came in and the order that were sent. Sometimes if a trade is not placed because of invalid price or whatever, you find here a little bit more details. And you see here, all the messages you receive are marked blue in the log. It's like this. And then here is what the software could read from the message. So if you see XOs to buy and the entry, but only one entry price, not the second, but you have 2 in the message, you know that something with your signal format is not okay. So you need to adjust it that both entry prices are correctly detected. The stop loss is correct, yes. The take profits, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Perfect, all the prices match. So we know for this signal, we defined the settings correctly. You see here also the logs that they were opened. Perfect. So now we can, for example, say it. Okay, we're now in a loss. That's a little bit shit. But say, for example, close. Did we define it? No, we said close now. So either we say here close, or we just write close now. and all the trades are closed. Now we also will see the orders here. You can just reload it, but that are the orders which, yeah, were now a loss. You see the commissions, the balance, what it was before, the open time, what take profit was it, did you use break-even settings and everything, okay? Also the logs to the trades. Now, when it's just open and closed, they are not really interesting, but if something failed, click here on the log of the specific trade and you see some information. Also here for the signal, we had just the new trade signal and the closed trade signal. Now we do this again. And let's also use a gold sell now. Of course, it was wrong. Okay. Oh, perfect. Signal is invalid according to provider settings. Signal has no stop loss. This is because we defined here that ignores signals when no stop loss is provided. So we remove this because I want to add the gold sell now signal, because I would really like to show you the break even part. But so yeah, at least one. Oh, now it's in, perfect. But at least one should be in profit, so to buy or to sell. Yeah, let's, for example, test the partial. I'm not sure how we defined it, so let's just see. Secure profits. And we closed something. Before it was 0.03, so it will always round down, okay? We had 50% of 0.03, which is 0.015, which will be rounded down to 0.01, which, yeah, is the amount we closed. You should, yeah, this is just the order, but the signal is here, the partial close signal. You can see the status, when it was read by the EA, it's pending and executed, and the log to it. Partial close, 50% position to the. Yeah, so I think this mostly is it. You can change the account name if you want, not really necessary. You can delete the account again. Yeah, cool beef now. The sell is a little bit in profit, maybe it's enough. Let's see. Risk free. Maybe it was too close. So we can check. So we got the modify, yeah, break-even modification failed. So we could also see, should also see it here in the break-even. You see status failed. We can now go to the log. Error moving the stop loss, invalid stops. So the stop, so the price was probably, also the market price was too near the actual enterprise that we could move the stop above the enterprise. So yeah, that's perfect. Also, for example, if you have a invalid price, invalid price is the most common error you will receive. Let's say you are testing a signal and just like this one here, let's just make one take profit. And because you just copied the message a lot of times and are testing the signal format and the market already moved, now, for example, the stop loss is above the enterprise, which is not possible, like 4510, like this. This is not possible. The stop loss cannot be above the buy. So when you enter it, no trade will open, and you will see here in the signal failed. Here you can see the signal you sent, the message, and in the log you will see again, it's invalid stops. It explains you here, okay? You see it here. You see here that it failed. Why? Invalid stops. You can go to the log file. You see here the signal was parsed correctly. Yes, everything was correctly parsed. So it's not a problem of the signal parsing, but signal failed. Error sending the order. Then you see, it failed. Why did it fail? I go to the log file. I read it. Okay, read the log files, please. It even explains you why it's not possible. You can also go to the MetaTrader expert tab. See here, error, invalid stops, check for read them. You can open them, press on the most recent one and read it. Oh, not just everything, just the one that's important. So you see here the date, okay? This really helps me a lot. Please try to read them for yourself. First, try to understand what was wrong. And if you really don't understand, then write in the group chat. Afterwards, write me a bug report. If you're really sure it's not a problem from your side, but it's a problem from the software, no problem. Write me a bug report and I fix it immediately. Yeah, I hope I could show you how to set it up all. And yeah, and I really hope you appreciate this software. I put a lot of time and effort into this software. I really love it. I love coding. I love this software. It's one of my best projects I ever did, and I'm really proud of it. And yeah, I really hope that it helps you a lot in your trading career and copying the trades from your signal providers. If you have any more questions, just write me on Telegram or on MetaQuotes. I prefer Telegram, but you can also write me on MetaQuotes directly. Okay? Have a nice day, and I see you.